Hello, everyone, and welcome to quiz class. Today we have 100 questions, a quiz for seniors. So let's get ready with question number one. The giant tortoises found on the Galapagos Islands can live up to 100 years, 150 years, or 200 years. 150 years. Which country is often called the Great Red Island? The Andaman Nicobar Islands, Greece, or Madagascar? Madagascar. The handheld calculator commonly used today was invented in 1967 by Texas Instruments, ST Microelectronics, or Intel. Texas Instruments. The world's busiest pedestrian crossing with as many as 3,000 people crossing at a time is the Abbey Road Crossing, Shibuya Crossing, or Times Square Pedestrian Plaza. The Shibuya Crossing. Among the popular turntables of the 1950s, this British-made model was known for its robust build and excellent sound reproduction. The Garrard, Ariston, or Thorens? Garrard. What is Charlie Parker, Thelonious Monk, and Dizzy Gillespie known for? Hard bop, bebop, or cool jazz? Bebop. Which among these is a racing board game suitable for children designed by Eleanor Abbott? Candyland, Chess, or Snakes and Ladders? Candyland. According to the commercial for this toy, this was a favorite of boys and girls. Tinker Toys, the Yo-Yo, or Slinky? Slinky. Who is one of the most famous crooners of all time? Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra, or Nat King Cole? Frank Sinatra. Which national goalkeeper of Denmark is also known for introducing the modern soccer ball? H.J. Linden, Charles Goodyear, or Egil Nielsen? Egil Nielsen. 13 nature films made collectively called the True Life Adventure series is credited to which famous persona? Robert Stevenson, Alfred Hitchcock, or Walt Disney? Walt Disney. Which country won the FIFA World Cup in 1954? Argentina, Germany, or Hungary? Germany. Which was the most famous music genre in 1950? Rock and roll, doo-wop, or traditional pop? Rock and roll. Which was the most famous sport in the US in the 1960s? Soccer, baseball, or rugby? Baseball. Which shampoo commercial went with the caption, "You can always tell a girl"? Halo, liquid Prel, or luster cream shampoo? Halo. The 13-day October crisis during October of 1962 is also known as the Cold War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, or the Bay of Pigs. The Cuban Missile Crisis. The Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension, ranged for 50 years, 46 years, or 30 years. 46 years. Who is known popularly to have coined the term Iron Curtain? Harry S. Truman, Sir Winston Churchill, or George C. Marshall? Winston Churchill. Who is socially immature and refuses to take up responsibility of their lives is called a person with a Peter Pan syndrome, slow growth syndrome, or failure to launch? The Peter Pan syndrome. Which year began to see the decline of women telephone operators due to the new technology that came in? The 1940s, the 1920s, or the 1930s? The 1930s. How long did the Vietnam War last? 10 years, 20 years, or 15 years? 20 years. Question 22. The plant named Queen of the Andes that blooms only once in their 100-year lives is found in Argentina and Chile, Bolivia and Peru, or Venezuela and Colombia? Bolivia and Peru. This flower with the largest bloom in the world is also called corpse flower due to the foul smell of it. What is it commonly called? Rafflesia flower, death flower, or corpse flower? Rafflesia flower. Who is widely recognized as one of the most creative and influential musicians of the 20th century? Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, or Eric Clapton? Jimi Hendrix. The sport of table tennis or ping pong originated in Imperial China, Spain, or Victorian England? Victorian England. The art of beautiful writing called calligraphy originated in ancient China, the Roman Empire, or Greece? Ancient China. The Vespa scooters, which were invented in 1946, have become synonymous with which country? Spain, Portugal, or Italy? Italy. Which place is renowned for the iconic cuckoo clock? Black Forest, Germany, the Swiss Alps, or the Rocky Mountains in the US? Black Forest, Germany. This animal, endemic only to Australia, drinks water through its skin by capillary action. Golfo dulce poison dart frog, Rickettsia micra, the smallest chameleon, or the thorny devil lizard? The thorny devil lizard. Which is the only country in the world where both tigers and lions have their natural habitat? Africa, India, or Indonesia? India. The country where the most number of languages are spoken is Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, or India? Papua New Guinea. Who is the famed Queen of the Nile? Neithotep, Nefertiti, or Cleopatra? Cleopatra. In the year 1963, James Watson and Francis Crick discovered penicillin, mechanical clock, or DNA? DNA. Who invented the rainy pot, a gardening gadget that waters plants in the exact required amount for optimal health? Zheng Sonpin, Sachi Toyoda, or Kikuni Ikeda? Zheng Sonpin. Sandwiched between the World War II and the Vietnam War, this war is nicknamed the Forgotten War, the Boer War, the Korean War, or the Cold War? The Korean War. The nicknames Little Boy and Fat Man of 1945 relates to Laurel and Hardy, comic book characters, or an atomic bomb? An atomic bomb. The signature theme song, The Cuckoo Song, belongs to which TV series? I Love Lucy, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, or Laurel and Hardy? Laurel and Hardy. The popular communist Ho Chi Minh was the leader of which country? Communist China, Vietnam, or Indonesia? Vietnam. The Galapagos Islands, found beside the northwest of South America, were first discovered by the Bishop of Panama, the English naturalist Charles Darwin, or Spanish voyagers? The Bishop of Panama, Thomas de Berlanga. Which marine animal has recorded the longest lifespan? Ocean quahog, bowhead whale, or the giant tortoise? The ocean quahog. This quote, "No one will protect what they don't care about, and no one will care about what they have never experienced," was made by which natural historian? David Attenborough, Jane Goodall, or Steve Irwin? Sir David Attenborough. The first emergency call in 1968 to 911 was made to report a fire in Alabama, an automobile accident in Wisconsin, or a theft in New York suburbs? A fire in Haleyville, Alabama. The longest bridge that can withstand a magnitude 8.0 earthquake is the Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge, the Hong Kong Macau Bridge, or the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge? The Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge. What do Bill Gates, Emma Watson, and Albert Einstein have in common apart from fame? ADHD, OCD, or wealth? ADHD. The official currency, ISK, belongs to which country? Hong Kong, Iceland, or South Korea? Iceland. The Alphorn musical instrument, which was used to call cows from the pastures, originates from which country? Switzerland, Germany, or Austria? Switzerland. Which place is called the whale watching capital of Europe? Husavik, Reykjavik, or Akureyri? Husavik. What is the national musical instrument of the Ukraine? Ligwatka, bandura, or the banjo? The bandura. Which is the color that is rarely used in the country's national flag? Green, blue, or purple? Purple. Which is the oldest democracy in the world? India, Iceland, or England? Iceland. Who is often praised as the greatest humorist the United States has produced? Edgar Allan Poe, Mark Twain, or Ernest Hemingway? Mark Twain. Question 52. The wide-brimmed hat with a high-pointed crown called the sombrero is known to have originated in Bolivia, Spain, or Mexico? Mexico. Riga is the capital of which country? Lithuania, Estonia, or Latvia? Latvia. Which three countries are called the Green Jewels of Europe? Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, Switzerland, Belgium, and Germany, or France, Belgium, and Luxembourg? Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Which is the tallest tree in the world? The Icarus, Helios, or Hyperion? Hyperion. Certain animals and rodents do not have the vomit reflex. Which animals belong to this that cannot vomit? Horses, cows, or dogs? Horses. The timeless, lighthearted comedy The Love Bug stars which of the Volkswagen automobiles? A 1963 VW Beetle, a 1955 Carmen Ghia, or a 1961 Type Ponton? A 1963 VW Beetle. Although the idea of camper vans has been around for a few decades, which among these is a famous name in camper vans? Dormobile, the VW microbus, or Westphalia? Dormobile. Which of these sharks are known to be the friendliest? The bull shark, great white shark, or whale shark? Whale shark. Which emperor is known for the Edict of Milan issued in 313 AD, a crucial point in the history of Christianity? Marcus Aurelius, Constantine the Great, or Valerian? Constantine the Great. Which country has the most gold reserve in the world? Germany, Saudi Arabia, or the United States? The United States. How long was the Berlin Wall dividing West and East Berlin? 84 miles, 96 miles, or 110 miles? 96 miles. Which among these is considered the most meticulously planned assassinations of heads of states and governments? Of Fidel Castro, of President John F. Kennedy, or of Alexander II of Russia? Of President John F. Kennedy. Which legendary sniper has been dubbed the White Death for his excellent marksmanship? Simo Heya, Aldebert Waldron III, or Chris Kyle? Simo Heya. Which among these is the highest source of vitamin C per cup? Kiwi fruit, guavas, or bell peppers? Guavas. Which country ranks the highest in military strength in 2024? South Korea, Italy, or the United States? The United States. Which is the rainiest place on Earth, receiving the highest amount of rainfall in a year? San Antonio de Areca, Equatorial Guinea, in India, or in Cameroon? In India. The lunar hemisphere that always faces away from the Earth is called lunar hemisphere 2, opposite side of the moon, or the far side of the moon? The far side of the moon. Who is the author of The Man in the Iron Mask, The Prince of Thieves, and The Nutcracker? Mark Twain, Robert Louis Stevenson, or Alexander Dumas? Alexander Dumas. Which country has the largest lithium reserve? China, Chile, or India? Chile. Which sport is nicknamed the beautiful game due to its simplicity, skill, and universal appeal? Baseball, ice hockey, or association football or soccer? Association football or soccer? What did Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, do before his fried chicken became famous? He owned a grocery store, he owned a petrol station, or he owned a chicken farm? He owned a grocery store. This music band is named after the first letter of each of the band members: ABBA, Nerd, or LFO? ABBA. The Golden Raspberry Award, aka the Razzies, is awarded to the worst in movies, the worst dressed on the red carpet, or the worst songs. The worst in movies. This prominent American author overcame deafness and blindness to become an educator and activist. Laura Bridgman, Louis Braille, or Helen Keller? Helen Keller. Which is the smallest country in the world by area and population? Monaco, Vatican City, or Nauru? Vatican City. This city in South Africa is nicknamed as the Diamond City. Pretoria, Johannesburg, or Kimberley? Kimberley. This English rock band were the world's highest earning musicians in 2008. The Police, the Rolling Stones, or the Clash? The Police. Peanuts reminds you of the American comic strip Peanuts, George Washington Carver, or both? George Washington Carver. What do Wallace and Gromit, Shaun the Sheep movie, and Chicken Run have in common? Made with kids in mind as an audience, machine-made mold objects, or they are claymation movies? They are claymation movies. This water-abundant country located in the southern part of Africa is called the Kingdom in the Sky. South Africa, Lesotho, or Swaziland? Lesotho. Can you name the most popular song sung almost every day in the world? Happy birthday to you. Which of these is the greatest literary detectives of all time? Dr. Watson, Sherlock Holmes, or Philip Marlowe? Sherlock Holmes. Trivial Pursuit is a popular romance novel, a romance comedy movie, or a group board game? A group board game. This Jamaican singer was popular for his reggae, rocksteady, and distinctive style. Lee Scratch Perry, Bob Marley, or Curtis Mayfield? Bob Marley. Bloody Mary is Queen Mary I of England, a legend, or a cocktail? A cocktail. Who was crowned Castroville's first artichoke queen? Marilyn Monroe, Jane Russell, or Doris Day? Marilyn Monroe. Which company produced the first portable cell phone in 1973? Motorola, Nokia, or Sony? Motorola. The Cosby Show is a reality TV show, an American family television sitcom, or a live talk show? An American family television sitcom. The Freedom Charter is known for its rights by the People's Republic of China, response in the Indian subcontinent, or opening demand, the people shall govern. Opening demand, the people shall govern. This famous park, and the oldest park in the United States, is Central Park, Van Cortlandt Park, or Olympic National Park. Central Park. Spin City is, another name for Las Vegas, an American sitcom television series or a theme park. An American sitcom television series. Madame Tussauds Wax Museum originated in New York, USA, Las Vegas, USA, or London, UK. London, UK. Which male tennis player has won 20 Grand Slam titles, the most by any male player in history? Novak Djokovic, Roger Federer, or Rafael Nadal? Roger Federer. The popular Vaseline petroleum jelly is more than 150 years old, 200 years old, or 225 years old. 150 years old. Which is the oldest tennis championship in the world? Grand Slams, Wimbledon, or the Australian Open? The Wimbledon Championships. Who is the legendary British rock and pop singer, songwriter, and recording artist to have been knighted for his contributions to music and charity? Rod Stewart, Elton John, or John Lennon? Rod Stewart. Which is the world's largest coral reef system? The Indonesian coral reef, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, or the Apo Reef in the Philippines? The Great Barrier Reef in Australia. This automobile brand, known for its rugged and reliable trucks, has also produced a popular sports car legend. Ford, VW, or Chevrolet? Chevrolet. Who among these singers had the #1 single in the UK for 5 consecutive decades? Paul McCartney, Elton John, or Cliff Richard? Cliff Richard. And our bonus question, what is the capital city of Germany? Let us know the answer in the comments, as well as how you did. And as always, thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.